name is Matt Coleman. I am currently the Director of Secondary Education in the Springfield School District. Part of my added responsibilities this year is I'm also technically the Director of Special Education. I received my doctorate in 2008 from the College of Education from the university with a focus and area of emphasis of learning assessment systems and performance. I went from Whitford as a teacher to Westview High School as a teacher and did my initial licensure work while at Westview. Upon completing my initial license, I was fortunate to get a job at a local high school as a vice principal, and at that point in time, I really looked at where I wanted to go, and what I knew was I wanted to be a high school principal, and that I needed something that was going to differentiate myself, and I needed to finish my continuing license, but I just didn't, I was looking for something else, and at that time, the U of O had started a DED program, and I think I also, in that same time frame, was a vice principal at a local high school. I was 2 years as a middle school principal at Mountain View Middle School in the Beaverton School District, and then was able to pop over to Westview High School as principal in Beaverton, all of those jobs within Beaverton. And it was at the very end of my doctoral program and after 3 years at Westview that I had the opportunity to take my current position, which is Director of Secondary Ed in Springfield. It's the work that I did through Ed Leadership, through EMPL, that really has shaped kind of who I am, and really who I am before I get to the position I'm in, but really created the opportunity for me to be a strong candidate for the position in Springfield, and I think, do some of the things that we're getting done. The impact for me professionally has been profound. Soft skills, leadership-wise, were there, and I would say we're there at a fairly young age. I think what the university offered me, and specifically what this program offered, was the development of some depth in a couple of core areas. And for me, the depth was first and foremost in this concept of assessment, and specifically learning assessment system design. I think there's some hard skills that were learned, and there was some hard wiring of knowledge that gives me a leg up and allows me to be in many different conversations at multiple levels, whether it be a policy level, whether it be a practical level, whether it be at the classroom level, that allows me to use my interpersonal kind of natural abilities to kind of relate to people and to talk with folks, but to be able to provide some substance that's real. Had I done the continuing licensure program, I think I would have gotten surface level on a lot of things, and I think the depth would have been produced over time. My experience, I think, has taught me a lot, but to go deep in a couple of areas, to actually be able to kind of say I've got some expertise. I look at our current reality in education, and I think there's never been as great a challenge, and on the flip side, the opportunity for change has never been more significant than kind of out there as it is currently. And so when I think about the knowledge and my development in terms of as an educator within my program and within the program here at the university, I think I'm in a place where I can actually see some things that I know 5 years ago, or I know that if I were sitting in this position today and was only banking on my experience, I wouldn't be able to see as clearly where I think we need to go. I think that clarity becomes important because in this time where everybody's fearful, the natural reaction is to put your head in the sand and kind of hope, hunker down, get into the storm shelter and try to ride the storm out. My eyes, I think, are pretty wide open to the possibility that's going to present itself as we come out. But there's a discipline around building arguments, and it's not arguing for the sake of winning. It's arguing for the sake of making solid decisions and heading in the right direction. And for me, I think about I have very disciplined thought. Now, I think that discipline of thought has been what's probably been most significant for me. understand that you're going to be expected to be an adult learner. Understand that you need to bring the context to the game. I mean, this is your education. Do it. I mean, flat out jump into it.